All right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It's me, 80s444. So today we're going to go ahead and get started with today's stream. Now, before I begin with the stream, I do want to make things clear that this will be a short stream. We'll probably do around an hour. So I'm not going to have many people come on, maybe have one or two at the very most. So if you do want to come on, just hit me up my DMs. But remember, like I said, we're going to only be in here around an hour. So thank you for joining, Rank.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. All right, so let me read some of the messages. So Billy says, Big of AD. Sebastian says, WD. Sebastian says, C. Dug out football, but channel says, hello, Arpon. And Billy says, hello, Rank.
Hello, BLD.
Yeah. But as I said, guys, I can't stay on for too long because I got a project to do at tonight. So it's gonna be a short stream, so an hour. So we're gonna have to make the things quick and concise. So if you're gonna come on, don't spend hours and don't spend like 20 minutes discussing on like one match. Okay. All right. Because we're gonna preview the round of 16 today and the quarterfinals. I mean, recap the round of 16 and the preview the quarterfinals.
Okay, then.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and recap the round of 16. So, okay, let's recap the round of 16 first. So, let's start with the first game we got is Netherlands 3, USA 1. Give me your quick thoughts on this game.
Oof. For this game, I feel like Greg Berhalter got tactically outclassed by Louis van Gaal. Like, Greg didn't change his tactic at all. Like, his formation, even though the starting 11 changed a few times, I feel like his formation was always the same with a 4-3-3 and always having the same midfield. And Van Gaal took note of that and decided to play around it and decided to use a lot of the wingers. And that's why Dumfries was allowed to shine a lot in the game, making so many deep runs and putting in so many crosses that were very dangerous, and even making runs himself to be the one to score that third goal. So I feel like Greg just didn't know how to respond to what the Netherlands set out to do, and yeah, it was a pretty much straightforward win for the Netherlands.
Yeah. Sebastian, give us your quick thoughts on the Netherlands-USA game.
Netherlands, very, very good win, I think. Netherlands dominated that match. I don't think USA had much to do in that game, basically. Unless the goal, which was pretty nice to score from, obviously, the GOAT, the LeBron James of soccer, as people call him. Obviously, USA did not have not that much to do, to be honest. And Netherlands, very good win. And let's see what, and obviously this was just a test for USA, basically, what will happen in the future World Cup in 2026.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for giving thoughts. Let me read some of the messages in the chat. If we get a lot of messages, I may not read all the ones, just so you know. It's not that I don't want to ignore, it's just that, it takes time to read every messages, So, yeah. Hello, Rank. Okay. Nick Lee. Okay. So it seems like, okay. All right. I hope England win. Billy says Brick Fries, man of the match. Yeah, Brick Fries, man. You got the man of the match. He was the best player of the day.
Fries. Fries. We can use that, but instead it's dumb fries. So the fries are dumb.
Yeah, okay, but that's only when he plays bad.
My jokes is terrible. My jokes doesn't work anymore. I need to work on new jokes.
Yeah. All right. Let's go and move on, guys. So Argentina, Australia. Rank, kick us off here.
Well, I feel like this was actually a very good win from Argentina. I feel like we absolutely dominated this game. The scoreboard looked a lot closer than the game actually was. I feel like we deserved to score many more goals, but we weren't clinical enough. The only thing I'm not liking about Argentina so far is that we are too pragmatic. I feel like we are too slow in how we play. We look a bit like Spain, in my opinion, on how we are approaching games. But that's also because a lot of the teams we've been facing have been playing a low block against us, and we just have to constantly move the ball around to try and find space between the lines. But yeah, in the end, we weren't clinical enough, and we ended up conceding a very unlucky goal because Goodwin's shot was going way off target and it got deflected off Enzo Fernandez and ended up on the opposite post. But yeah, I feel like this was a very good win, very deserved win. I liked how the team played overall. Of course, Messi once again having an amazing performance and finally scoring in the knockouts. So I'm very curious to see what new excuse people will find to downgrade Messi, because they said, oh, if he doesn't have Xavi or Iniesta, he doesn't perform, or he only performs for Barcelona, or he only performs for club level. He doesn't perform for Argentina. He only performs in the group stage. Well, now he's also scored in the knockout. So I wonder what new excuse people will find to downgrade Messi, or they will just accept that he's the greatest of all time.
All right, Sebastian, give us your quick thoughts on this game.
I think Argentina, before the first goal, the first minutes on the half, they weren't that good, but when the goal come, Argentina were just dominating. I think Argentina is a team that gets better and better each game. I think this Argentina team is not likely to take if they do play Brazil in the semi-final, if they beat Netherlands. Like obviously Messi, Alvarez, Martinez, De Paul, who I don't think does much for this team, but he is a pretty good player. I know people saying, oh yeah, he does nothing for Argentina, but if people look at the game, he does much for this team, in defense and in attack. I think I said the whole tournament after they lost to Saudi Arabia, I said Lautaro Martinez should not start. And look what happens when he don't start. Argentina performs much better, in my opinion. It's not any basically drama towards Martinez or something, but he hasn't been good at all. And obviously, now that Lucero has been to two Argentinian games, and they have won both, so I think he should go to the next one, so they win and keep a clean sheet. Because, yeah, why not? I think Australia, they should be happy. They made the round of 16 ahead of Denmark, people. Ahead of Denmark, which people said they would win the group, go to the semi-final. Michael, I think this Australian team should be happy, but there are things for them to look forward to in the future. They have a good squad, younger players, older players. Same with Argentina. I think fully deserved for Argentina, and good luck in the future tournament.
All right, thank you for that thoughts, Sebastian. Let me read some messages here. USA played well, but the Dutch defense was just too much. Fries is freeze for Dumfries. SSB says, yo, what's up? The World Cup is now starting. Like it's real. MR96. And Morocco winning against Portugal. Then England better be careful in the semifinal. I got it right. Big up AD. Okay. Rank submission. Big up. Congratulations from Portugal. Albert. Thank you, Portugal. Portugal and Serbia. Argentina being pragmatic can be a good thing. Every team is starting to open up and play more in this type of tournament. A pragmatic team will always have a chance because of style matchup. I think Lautaro should start low. Lautaro.
I mean, Lautaro is still a great player, in my opinion. He's just out of form. I don't think it. I think that in this World Cup, what Scaloni is doing is, okay, Alvarez is performing, Lautaro is not, so we are starting Alvarez. That doesn't mean that Alvarez is a better player than Lautaro, in my opinion.
I don't know if this will be a good idea. I know, Rick, you could probably tell me if it is, basically. Argentina could play like Messi at the false nine, and then maybe Alvarez on the right or left, and Martinez on the wing, maybe.
No, Martinez is always going to be a sole striker, like a pure number 9. He's a poacher. That's
Could
what
make
he
it
does.
for once.
Yeah.
No. I don't
All
expect anything like that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll definitely talk more about Argentina later a bit. Obviously, I just want to get to round 16 and the quarterfinals. So like I said, we need to speed this up. Okay, let's go to the next match. We got France 3, Poland 1.
Okay, this wasn't as straightforward as a game as I thought it would be. Like, Poland actually gave up a pretty good fight, especially in the first half. Lloris made a few good saves, and the France defense had to work a bit to stop Poland from scoring first. But after France started tryharding in the attack and Mbappe got that first nice assist for Giroud to score the first goal, I feel like the game was completely over. Like, France just ran them over in the second half, and sure, Poland got a penalty in the last minute, but the second half was all France. Like, this team looked so dominant, so good, and Mbappe and Giroud, they are looking so dangerous, and they pose a threat to any team in this tournament. They still look like World Cup favorites in my eyes, even when lacking Kanté, Pogba, Benzema. Like, it's stupid how good this team is with so many injuries, and they can make it all the way.
Yeah. Sebastian, any thoughts on this game?
Quick thoughts. France, better team. I think in the first half, though, I think it should have been 1-1. And I know Jersey boy won't watch this, so I'm just gonna say it. I think Poland should have probably won the first half, but France, they're too good. Kylian Mbappe, best player in this tournament by far. Best player by far. I think France, they could go all the way again. People say Pogba Kanté is huge loss. It's not. Poland, tragic in defense. Yeah, Poland. Sweden would have done a better job. That's a fully fact because we have a better defense and better attack. Probably not the better goalkeeper, but Nordfeldt would have played, so probably yes.
Oh man,
I think Poland, they struggle in these World Cups, and I don't know how it will be when Lewandowski retires. How they will make the World Cup, I'm not sure, but this Poland team, they have some good youngsters though. They have this guy Lewandowski who is like 23. Chesney, good World Cup, probably the best goalkeeper this World Cup. And there's not much else to say that France is a much better team than Poland. And they have Mbappe who can make difference. So
yeah.
Easy for France.
All right. So, like I said, that was some good thoughts there. Like I said, I'm not going to give my thoughts because I already did video form. So I'm going to speak whenever the quarterfinal previews happen. So when we get to quarterfinal, I'll speak more. I'll just read the comments. I think okay. Took a while for France to score. Poland, as bad as they were in the groups, put up a fight. Beely 0-75. Portugal, Serbia. Although there's still some beef. All right. Let's go to the next match. The next match we have is, I believe, which one is this? I'm trying to remember the top. Don't tell me, guys. I want to see if I can remember. Oh, it's England 3, Senegal 0. Okay, Rank. Kick us off here.
I think it was pretty disappointing from Senegal, honestly. The tournament as a whole, I think we were expecting a lot more from this team, at least to put up a fight in the round of 16. And in the first half, they pressed high. They got a very good chance. They made Pickford make a huge save. But after that, England, you could tell they were just too clinical on the day. England is not creating that many chances. England is not a very, very good team at creating chances, but every chance they create, they seem to score. They are so clinical. And they showed us again in this game, like they created 4 chances, scored 3 goals, and the game was over. After they got that first goal, or those first 2 goals, I'd say, Senegal looked completely out of the game. They had no way back in it. Jude Bellingham had a great game. Phil Foden had a great game. Bukayo Saka was also good. I liked what Kane did. So there's a lot of collectives that seem to be working for England, a lot of individuals who are showing up. And I feel like there's suddenly a lot more hope for England. Like that game against France that many English people predicted to happen, and many of English predictions when they encountered France in the quarterfinals, they said, okay, I have to be honest, I think France would beat us. But seeing how England have been performing, there's a lot of hope for England that maybe they can do something against France. So we'll have to see.
Right. Give us your quick thoughts, Sebastian.
England is the better team, and you could see now that Southgate has been manager for a couple of years now, that he has finally put this team together. And that's why I think France will be in big trouble, because this team could beat anyone. I think England is the only team who can stop Brazil, in my opinion.
All right.
It's I'm not gonna say that England gonna win the World Cup, but they can do it, definitely. And as I said, I used to not like England, but I'd rather see them winning the World Cup than Brazil and Argentina, to be honest. Imagine Henderson wins the World Cup before Ronaldo and Messi. Oof. Best CM in the world. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Henderson is not better than Messi or Ronaldo.
All right. Let's read some comments. Okay. Poor Senegal come back stronger, more clinical. That's a bold prediction, Sebastian.
And I think Senegal, they missed Sadio Mane. I think if Mane was full fit, I think they could have done a bit better versus England.
I mean, yeah, Mane's presence was obviously bad, but I think the bigger issue was the fact that he didn't have Idrissa Gueye. I think his presence as a defensive midfielder was deeply missed, in that even if Mane played, Senegal probably still concede those same goals. I mean, obviously, probably would have scored more, but they still concede the same amount. So, without him, so I think he's just a big asset to the team. All right, now we've just finished half of the round of 16 games, so we're doing good on time, I think. Let's get to the second half games. We have Croatia won, Japan won, and Japan won. I think Croatia won 3-1 on penalties.
Well, I absolutely cried when Japan lost. I have nothing against Croatia, but I want the Japan to win. To see them actually lose again in the round of 16, it's pretty much sad, because Japan is a very good team. And I know Nicole is crying, I can see it in the chat, but Serbia finished fourth.
Not this again.
And I think Japan, they have a very good team, but it seems like they don't have like a striker like most teams have in this tournament. Like Argentina have Alvarez, Martinez, those strikers, quality-wise. And Brazil has Richarlison, the Pigeon, and obviously Jesus, Neymar, Vini. Croatia, best midfield in the world, Modric, Brozovic, and Kosic. Who knows what Croatia might do versus Brazil?
All right.
So, Croatia, congrats.
All right. Now it starts off here. I mean,
it was super heartbreaking for Japan, because once again they fall super, super close to the finish line of making the quarterfinals for the first time. And on the first half, I definitely thought they were the better team and they deserved to get that first goal. They were pushing so much more than Croatia was. And it was kind of weird, because Japan in this World Cup seemed like a second half team, but this time they went to get Croatia in the first half. And once the second half came around, Croatia completely turned it around and got that quick equalizer. And then Croatia, from that point on, seemed like the team that wanted to get the win before going to penalties, while Japan trying to hold on to that draw. They had to make a very good saves, like the one on the Luka Modric shot that was going straight for the top left corner actually. But yeah, Croatia, they are lacking some finishing, man. I don't know if I can trust Croatia, even with how good their midfield is. They couldn't finish those chances. They couldn't kill off the game to turn it around, and they end up going to penalties where they won. For Japan, super heartbreaking because they are a super hardworking team and they proved that they can beat anyone in this World Cup if they actually push for it, beating Spain, beating Germany. But yeah, in the end, it wasn't enough. Croatia was probably a bit too much for them. And in the penalties, it's a complete lottery. And Croatia is much more experienced in these high pressure situations. And I think it showed. So yeah, big ups to Croatia for that.
All right, let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Let's read some of the comments. I really wanted Japan to finally go through, but penalties can be often 50-50. Croatia knows how to slow down a PC team. There are some other comments, but we're not going to read those comments because I think we all know why. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Okay. Let's go to the next one. I think the next one it is Brazil, South Korea, man. Brazil, South Korea.
Oh my god. Oh.
Jogo bonito, man.
Yeah, Rank, start us off here.
Well, I feel like Paulo Bento got the game completely wrong. Like, he was playing his team so wide open. Like, the Kim wall had all the doors wide open for Brazil to run through. It made absolutely no sense. And by 10 minutes, the game was 2-0 and it was over. Like, South Korea stood no chance by standing so offensively in the field. You cannot out Brazil. Like, Brazil is going to dominate you if you try to go get them. So Korea got completely wrong their game plan, and by 10 minutes the game was over and Brazil basically stopped trying. They started playing with their foot. They said, okay guys, wrap it up, the game's over, let's try to keep our legs healthy for the quarterfinals, which will be the real test. And yeah, Brazil just had so much fun this game. They played some amazing football and they showed that they are a real contender for the World Cup once again. As for South Korea, yeah, they didn't have much of a chance, especially playing out wide like that. So yeah, very disappointing from them because I expected them to at least put up a fight against Brazil, but it wasn't meant to be. Brazil is just way too much for them.
Yeah. All right, Sebastian, give us your thoughts on Brazil, South Korea.
I think South Korea was pretty bad in this game. I think they basically went all defending from the first minute, and you can't do this versus Brazil. Defend the whole game, attack them, do something. And I think when South Korea conceded that fourth goal, I think they started to play better. That's weird. Play good from the first minute. That's the most important thing. But no, they played second half, and I think that Korea goal is one of the best goals in this World Cup.
Oh yeah, it was a good goal. It was a great goal.
Yeah, but I feel like also that was, like I said, Brazil stepping the foot off the gas a bit. Like, they knew the game was over and didn't want to waste energy in a game that was already over when they had a quarterfinals game ahead of them.
Yeah, like why go all out? I mean, used to,
Like, if Brazil actually tried, this game could have been 9-0 actually.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Like I said. Okay. Let's go to Forces Barca's comment. Teams play 4-4-2, 5-4-1, 6-3-1 versus Argentina and Swiss. Gave them so much space. Terrible tactics. Okay.
True.
Pookie says lol. And yeah, there's some other comments, but I don't want to read those comments because we're gonna have a full start blown drama, and I'm trying to avoid drama. So let's not get to anything like that.
Well, I'm not starting it. I have not started nothing. So if I speak, I'm in big trouble.
All right. So so all right. Let's just we'll get about that team when we get there. All right. Now the penultimate game we have it is Morocco Spain. So Sebastian, kick us off here.
Spain, I said it. I knew they were going out this game, and Bono has to be one of the best goalkeepers in this World Cup. But to be fair, the penalties was pretty bad. But that last penalty from Hakimi, ooh, that was saucy. And in my opinion, he's the best right back in the world.
All right.
Ahead of Trent, on my side. It's pretty. Thomas Muller said it. Barca will pay for Germany getting knocked out, and they did pay for it. So basically, Spain's whole team is basically Barcelona, and they are knocked out. So Morocco, fair play to this team. They are the real dark horses, and I said it from the start. It's not Denmark, it's not Serbia, it's Morocco who is the dark horse.
All right.
And I think Morocco could go to the final, if I'm being honest. They're that good.
Okay.
They could beat anyone right now. Not right. Brazil, not Argentina, but they could beat Portugal, and they could beat England or France.
All right.
Because this Morocco team has something in them that, plus the fans, it feels like the game is played in Morocco, with the crowd.
Oh yeah,
whistling a lot, and
they were very energetic.
Morocco, fair play. Kick out Portugal, please.
Ooh, all right. Interesting. All right, Reg, tell us your takes on this game.
Okay, so for most of the game, obviously, like we all knew, Spain had the possession and the ball all the time. In the first half, Morocco tried to counterattack a few times and actually got a few decent attempts on target, but they didn't manage to find the goal. And I think that for the second half, Morocco realized that if they only defended, Spain couldn't hurt them. Like Spain had no way to get into Bono. Basically, Bono had to make very few saves during the game because the Morocco defense was just that good. And I think that Morocco realized that the only way they could get exposed was if they got a counter-attack. So they decided, you know what, we are not going to try to attack anymore. We are going to let Spain come to us. We are going to defend all out, and maybe we get a lucky goal on a counter or something. So, yeah, Spain basically had no way to get through Morocco and kept passing the ball back and forth with no use because the Morocco defense was just that good. And they were excellent on the day, everyone. So, yeah, fair play to Morocco. They made an amazing game plan. They executed it to perfection, and they got to that penalty shootout where they deservedly won. Spain, something needs to change, man. Like, some of the players in Spain are saying that they did a good job and that they only went out in the Euros and now in the World Cup in penalties. But man, you are not able to beat anyone with this playstyle. Like you are not hurting any team if you are not able to get any chances on goal. They had, 1,000 passes and 77% possession to get one shot on target. Like it's actually embarrassing. So yeah, Morocco, very well played, very deserved, and their defense was amazing. I was very impressed.
Could I also add that before the tournament, Luis Enrique had Spain taking 1,000 penalties for this to happen.
Oh my god.
Wow. I'm sorry. If I could score these penalties, to be honest. And that's not me being biased at all. I could score these penalties. Even Albert could score these penalties. Like, what the heck was these penalties? Even you could take the penalties and score 80. Like, the penalties today has been bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easy for us to comment, but
I
quickly
would score, to be honest.
No, but the thing is like penalties in training and penalties in a match is very different. Because in a match there's more pressure and the thing is on you, right? But I will have to say though, Luis Enrique, those penalty takers were dumb. Like I don't know why Morata wasn't taking a penalty. Like why is Busquets taking a penalty? Like why aren't you having Morata take a penalty? Why aren't you having Asensio? Like why aren't you having like these kind of players?
Unless your name is Sebastian and you have 100% penalty record. Okay, no, I have not.
I feel like Busquets stepped out because basically he's the captain and had to show a bit of confidence for the rest of the team. Because Sarabia actually had, like, I believe, 100% penalty rate, like 15 out of 15 penalties or something like that, and he blew the post. So it was kind of sad to see.
Oh yeah, do you guys remember in the Europa League final? I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he brought in some play. No, it was Gareth Southgate. Sorry, he brought in players for the Euros finals off the bench, and they missed their penalties.
Yeah, Rashford and Saka, and they got a lot of blame for it.
It's basically karma. You bring in players who... Wait, who did they subbed off? Was it Olmo?
Yeah, Danny Olmo, I think, got subbed off.
Sarabia came in for Nico Williams, who had actually come off the bench before. So
yeah, Nico Williams should have stayed on. He should have stayed on.
Nico Williams could have taken a penalty, but Sarabia needed to be for that penalty shootout because, like I said, he had 15 out of 15 penalties. Like, that actually made sense, but he missed it.
But why didn't Morata take? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Did Ansu Fati take a penalty?
No, he didn't.
No.
I don't think it was. I think it was the right decision for him not to take.
Did he even play?
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, he played. He came off the bench.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, was he number 25 or number 14?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the jersey numbers.
Because I think I saw Balde, and then I saw some else Barca player around that.
All right. Let's go read some of the comments, guys.
There's too many Barca players.
All right. We have a lot of comments to read, so let's make this quick. Will Lucho get the sack?
Ooh.
I don't think so.
Who would take over though? Pep?
No, never. Pep is a club manager. He's not a national team manager.
If Pep takes over Spain, I'm done. No, please no.
No, Pep is a club manager in my opinion.
Okay, anyways,
Okay,
will Lucho get the sack? Answer this question, guys.
No.
Okay. South Korea can only do so much. I don't think a second penalty was deserved, and I think that was key to giving Brazil momentum. Morocco can't defend like that for another game. That was crazy. Yeah, Morocco today were very good. I don't know if they can replicate that kind of performance.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vast, for joining.
Because the Spain attack was so flat as well. Like, that also helped.
Yeah, Vast, I'll let you speak. Let me just read these comments, and I'll let you speak afterwards. All right. I wasn't sure who would win, but I'm glad Spain is out. They're so boring to watch slow. Morocco's making CA proud. But I'm sorry, they have to face Portugal. I never want to see Busi playing a UCL game for Barca anymore.
They are playing Europa League, by the way.
We already know that. Anyways, Albert Canard is Luis Enrique more master than Coach. Oh my god,
that's funny, but fake. That's funny.
Oh my god, that might be the comments. That might be the best comment of the stream. Although okay, things are dramatic. Okay, I knew that Busi was going to miss from that penalty the way he ran up. Oh yeah, the way he did this run up.
Yeah, was so slow, and it was so obvious what he was going to do. Like,
and my thing is that you're the captain. You're supposed to set a role model. Yeah, that's the example you're setting.
Like, the moment he was about to take his penalty, I knew what he was going to do, and Bono knew as well. You could tell.
Yeah, I don't think Morocco beats Portugal, especially Gonzalo Ramos starts the Portugal attack is over. So we'll talk about that game in a bit. So
yeah,
more of that game. So every game I show speed has a tendency or somebody's been benched. I show speed, man. I saw that Enrique had the Spanish team practice plans like Qatar's manager saying that train together for 3 months we were determined with these results. You wouldn't think that. We needs to take some energy dose like right now. Vaughn's better than Ederson.
True.
All right. Livakovic. All right. I'm a rational Ronaldo fan. If winning the trophy means he needs to be benched for some games, fine. It's nice to see his Portuguese side finally grow into themselves. All right. Let's read some comments related to Spain thing. I'll read the comments later. Actually, yeah, we'll do that way. Bono's a bad man. And Pookie says low. And Albuquerque said Morata will still find a way to be offside if he takes a penalty.
True.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
All right, Vass. So thank you for joining. So do you have any quick thoughts around the 16 games? We're almost finished around 16 games. We have just one more, which is Portugal, Switzerland. Any quick thoughts on other games? Or are you just here for the quarterfinals?
Yo, can you hear me? Is my mic okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so, dude, we were fired today. I was not. Okay, look, I was unfamiliar with Santos's game. I didn't think he dropped Pendu, but he did. So this bum was holding us back, and yeah, like we're not playing with 10 men anymore. Bernardo's balling, Bruno's balling. So I think, yeah, man, bring on Morocco. I think we can get to that final, to be honest. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. Nice to hear your thoughts. All right. Rank. Any quick thoughts on Portugal, Switzerland? I guess we'll get to that game now.
Oh man, I honestly predicted Switzerland to win, and I was so wrong. Like, Portugal just showed up. Like, me predicting Switzerland to win, but was me basically expecting Portugal to be bad again, like they were probably in previous tournaments. But Portugal played so well today. They were so electric, so versatile, and exposed Switzerland's defense to in every moment. I think that Portugal actually showed up better than Brazil did in their game, and against tougher opposition as well.
100%.
So it's very, very commending what they did. And yeah, this man Ramos, like he came out of absolutely nowhere to most of us, and he completely showed up. It's the first hat trick of the World Cup, actually. So
Wow.
big ups to him. And yeah, no, I don't know. Portugal were just so good on the day. Switzerland, even after scoring that goal, they didn't have a single chance of getting back into the game. Bruno and Bernardo, as Bas was saying, were so great today. Leao came in and was also great. So I feel like everything about this Portugal team is looking bright. They finally showed some real life after a shaky group stage. So really looking forward to see what they can do against Morocco, because if Morocco is going to play the same way they did against Spain, I think Portugal can blow them up. I feel like Morocco will have to show something new if they want to.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Also, Felix was really good.
Bro,
Felix
dude,
was
did you see
amazing.
when Felix dribbled past like 3 people and like carried the ball 40 yards?
Yeah, and the long pass he did for it was Bruno, right?
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was really, really nice.
Yeah. All right. Sebastian.
Yes.
Yeah. Give us your quick thoughts.
To be honest, this doesn't really is huge almost for me, because to be honest, I want Switzerland to go out to Portugal, because this I just want Ronaldo to silence everyone, go to the final, and meet
I'll get the
Messi.
Twitter screenshots. Sebastian.
You're
Okay.
the best of all time. Like, it's, to be honest, I did not really expect Switzerland to be that bad like they did this game, but I expected it to be closer. But Switzerland had other ideas by being crap in defending and ruin my predictions.
Yeah. All right.
So Switzerland just focus on the Euro qualifiers, which is in March. So, and Portugal, Ronaldo is coming for the final versus Messi. It's gonna happen. We all know it. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
We'll see. Let's put it this way.
It's bound to happen. So
Okay.
It's gonna be fun to see Ronaldo do the Sue in front of Messi in the 120th minute, and it's gonna be weird.
All right.
Maybe can you show what I sent you on Twitter?
Wait, what do you say, Vass?
I just had one question, dude. Like, so we saw England, like, really impressive. France, like, pretty impressive win. Like, Portugal, like, blowing people up. And, like, Brazil, really good again. So my question is, do Argentina even make it that far? Because, like, other than Croatia, like, they were the most unconvincing team round, in my opinion. Like, everybody won big except for Croatia and Argentina. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if they can make a final. Like, I mean, people are saying they can shithouse Brazil and all those things, but you have to remember, like, these aren't CONMEBOL referees, so they're not going to let Argentina get away with that many fouls. They keep fouling people like that. I mean, they'll either concede a penalty or get a player sent off. So, I mean, unless they start improving, I don't think they can make the finals. I mean, they struggled against a really weak team.
Ooh, interesting, Vass. All right, let's get to the quarterfinals now. So we're finally here at the quarterfinals. Let me read some comments.
Can you show what I sent you on Twitter?
I saw it. I don't know if I should show it because we might have a huge drama. So let's keep it there. I know what you said. So I don't want to start a huge fight. So let's not get to that because we're gonna be here a long time, and I don't have that much time, unfortunately. All right. I'm a rational Ronaldo fan. If winning the trophy means he need to be benched for some games, fine. It's nice to see his Portugal side finally growing to themselves. To be honest, for all the Ronaldo's done for Portugal, I think it's time he spends some time watching for the side and not worry about having to do all himself. He's in good hands. All right. Fair enough.
At least Switzerland made the round of 16, unlike a team named Serbia. Sorry, just saying. But this World Cup is fun, to be honest.
All right, let me read the comments.
All right. USA should win the next World Cup.
Okay. Anyways, hi. Any predictions for the Final Four teams? I'm not going to make those predictions right now. Let's wait until the quarters are done. Argentina, Brazil, England, Portugal. Sommer had a curious performance. Okay. Fuki says low. I think Portugal had a better round of 16. And Portugal has a horrible national team. I want to know what they think about what Zlatan Ibrahimovic has to deal with. Portugal absolutely beat the crap out of Switzerland. Okay. Of course, I want Argentina versus Portugal fine, but if I had to bet money, I'd pick Brazil to beat Argentina in semis. Lol murmur. All right, now it's time for the quarters. This is where things get exciting. All right, so yeah, remember, guys.
Yeah, it's in 2 days, so I have time to do my predictions. Thank God.
Yeah. So right now, we're just gonna preview. We're not gonna necessarily make predictions. We're just gonna make our previews. I haven't made my prediction. I haven't fully thought, so we're just gonna preview the games.
Same.
So. Yeah, what we're gonna do. So right now we're 42 minutes. I wanted to end an hour, but I don't think we're gonna have time. Let's do it this way. Let's end at an hour and 10 minutes. So, because I want to give 30 minutes segments, so hour and 20. Then that'll be all right. So let's keep this short and sweet. Because like I said, I have to. I got a project to do tonight, so I can't spend too much time here.
Like Switzerland. Okay. Oh my God. Nobody got that.
All right.
Switzerland.
All right, let's start with the first game here, guys. We got Brazil versus Croatia. Let me go ahead and see if I can get a good image here. Here we go. Here's one image. It's not really a good image, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and share this image. Go share my screen. Okay, here we go. Let me just zoom this out a little bit less. Okay, here we go. Brazil versus Croatia. All right. So before I begin with this, does anyone give Croatia a chance?
I mean, there's always a chance, right?
Well, actually, let me rephrase. Does anyone think Croatia is going to beat Brazil?
No.
Sebastian, you don't think so?
I don't think Croatia will win.
Okay, Vass, what about you? Because your boy Modric is performing. So
Yeah, he is. But Brazil have more Madrid players, man. So I'm going with Brazil on this one. I hope they win.
All right, fair enough. So I'll give my quick thoughts to this one. I'll make it short. So this is an interesting one for Brazil because I do think this is a match they should win.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Croatia, for the key for Croatia is that their defense, because their defense has been really solid, and I think Brazil will have a hard time struggling. They'll have a hard time scoring because I've looked at all the teams. They look at this, South Korea. We saw they had a terrible defense. Then against Serbia, we know they had a bad defense. Switzerland did put up a great defense, but we know Switzerland was always going to, they managed to edge it out. And then against Cameroon, they didn't really care. I do think this will be their
C team. It was with the C team.
So. Yeah. So, I think for this one, I think this is a match where this will be the toughest match. I think this will be the toughest match in the World Cup, and I think the key for Croatia to win this game is their defense, because if the defense is strong, then this could go to penalties.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Croatia wants to go to penalties with this one. Like Vardiol has been amazing for Croatia, and Lubakovic has been an amazing goalkeeper as well. I feel like Croatia want to take this to penalties because Brazil they needed an hour to get a goal against Serbia, and they needed 80 minutes to get a goal against Switzerland. So Brazil, it's not like their attack has been that amazing when they are not given enough space like South Korea did. Um, Obviously, Brazil can just push Croatia to the edge, and at some point they'll get a goal, I expect. But Croatia can definitely push to make it very hard for Brazil to score. And if that midfield for Croatia is on point, they could also try to dominate that midfield battle and hold a bit of possession, time waste, or something. So there's definitely a chance that Croatia can do something and maybe take the game to extra time or penalties. But I never see Croatia winning because their attack just seems not clinical enough. They seem toothless against Japan until Perisic scored that header, and they didn't have that many chances after that. So I feel like Brazil, I doubt they concede against Croatia. So if Brazil get one goal, I feel like the game is over. It's going to be very hard for Croatia to come back. And yeah, I expect Brazil to take this.
Yeah, that's very true. I think for Croatia, what they can, they have to, like I said, the defense has to be solid. Defense has been really good, and their midfield. That's gonna be a great battle. I think the midfield battle will be really interesting because Croatia has one of the best midfields in the world, and we also probably say the same with Brazil, right? They probably the best midfield as well, so it'll be a really good battle. I just think where Croatia loses this is really the attack. The attack is where there's a huge gulp in class.
Yeah, for sure. But there's also another thing. Brazil have never beaten a European team in the knockouts since they won in 2002. So Brazil have to get some demons off their back if they want to win this World Cup. If they beat Croatia, okay, they beaten a European team in the knockouts. Maybe they can win it now. But in 2006, they lost to France. In 2010 to the Netherlands. In 2014 to Germany. And in 2018 to Belgium. So they need to beat a European team in the knockouts. They have to. And this is the perfect chance for them.
Yeah. So before we move on, Vass, you have any final words before we move on to the next game?
I didn't get my thoughts on this one.
Okay. All right. So
like you said this was like the closest game. I don't think it is. I think the England-France is the closest game, man. Like that's the tightest, high-quality game. Like two very evenly matched teams. Like I very much agree with everything the last guy said because it's really gonna come. You see, like Croatia has a decent defense. Brazil's got a good defense. So it's really going to come down to who's like better in attack, right? And like I see Brazil like being able to score against that Croatia defense more likely compared to Croatia being able to score against this Brazil defense. And individually, like Casemiro's been better than Kovacic and Modric in this World Cup. And what gives him the advantage is that he knows Modric and Kovacic pretty well, and his expertise is defense, so he knows how to win the ball, right? So at some point, like in that midfield battle, like Brazil is going to get the ball back. Like Neymar is going to get the ball. And, when he's turning the corner and he's like running at the defense, it's going to be like really, really difficult. So like, and the good thing about Croatia for Brazil is that like they have a good defense, but they don't park the bus, man. Like these guys are going to try and play football. Like even when they came to the Belgium game with some more conservative approach, they were like kind of having possession, attacking Belgium. So I think like Brazil can have a few opportunities in transition, as we saw Belgium did. Like Belgium had like very good opportunities on the counterattack actually in that game, and if not for Lukaku, like they really should have scored. And I think I don't see a way Croatia wins this, man, unless like Brazil get a man sent off or something extreme like that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, what I mean by the closest game is that I think this will be the closest. I think this will be the toughest game for Brazil. That's what I meant.
Oh,
not closest. Yeah. I think this is their toughest game so far in the World Cup.
Yeah, it should be.
All right. Now let's go ahead and move on to this one. Rank, you got to start us with this one. You must be nervous for this game.
I'm super nervous about this one because I have 2014 flashbacks all over again. And because Louis van Gaal is still there, of course. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how both teams set up because a lot of teams have been playing a low block against Argentina. And honestly, if I was Louis van Gaal, I would do the same because we've been struggling a lot against these low block teams because we've been too pragmatic, we've been too slow, and we've been too over-reliant on Messi opening the score for us to get that win and to start playing better, to open up the game. So I think that Luis should play that low block and give us the ball, give us the possession, because we haven't been that great on the ball. And I want Scaloni to do something this game, because if Di Maria isn't fit, he's probably going to the bench. I want us to play with a back three. I want us to play like Lisandro, Otamendi, Romero. And so we have our wingers, Acuna and Molina, going out wide. And to play a double pivot in the midfield, like having Paredes and Enzo Fernandez play together. Because I feel like if Paredes plays alongside Enzo Fernandez, that will give Enzo a lot of open space. And that will make the game a lot easier for us when Enzo is dribbling the ball forwards instead of just sitting in the middle of the midfield. That gives us a lot of creativity, and that should be very good for us. So I still feel like we have a positive matchup against the Netherlands, but we need to show up in the day and we need to be clinical with our chances, because right now against Australia, we showed that we are too slow and we aren't clinical enough, even if we dominate the game. So I still feel like we are going to win this, but it's going to be very, very close, because the Netherlands is by far the best team we've faced so far.
Oh, yeah. Let me read some comments. I realized I should have done that from the last one. So I'll read the comments and I'll quickly get to Vast comments, and then I'll go comment myself. All right, so let me read this. Okay. Okay. It's like Portugal was, okay. I was not getting into that kind of stuff. Portugal is making United France proud. Yes, indeed, Albert, Bruna, Dalot here. Okay. Ronaldo on. He's so good off the ball. Portugal won 6-1. And Brazil won, I think. Low leave Ronaldo be. Are you Alvarito? Ronaldo showing levels off the ball. I give Croatia a chance, but they'll have to be on point defense and they'll have to dominate the midfield to create any chance up front. Okay. And Brazil going to beat Croatia, though. Let's be honest. It just won't be an embarrassment. Croatia's best chance to take a pens or clinical counter. Morocco says Cosmic Game. We'll talk about Morocco in a bit. Could be the end of Modric. What was Kaka doing on the pitch playing for Portugal? All right. And Vat has the Go Dishkvi. Rank. Van Hal said that the key to playing Argentina will be possession, because if Argentina doesn't have the ball, then Messi isn't as involved. Can this team prove that they can be special without him?
Well, I think that something that Scaloni was praised for was that this team wasn't as over-reliant on Messi, especially during the qualifiers and the Copa America. I think that we weren't as reliant on Messi. But during this World Cup, where we've been more slow with the ball and taking our time creating chances, I feel like we've been over-reliant on Messi once again. So, yeah, I think that Louis is correct in that analysis, at least from what we saw in the last few games. If we go back to the form we were in the qualifiers, I feel like that approach is a bit incorrect, but I feel like Louis is correct in what he said.
Yeah, let me quickly get my thoughts. I will get to you Vast in a bit. So let me go my thoughts real quick. Yeah, for Argentina, man, I've not been that impressed. I feel like you guys haven't been playing well as a team. Note I said a team. And I feel like this is the type of game where Netherlands can show up, you know? And I just like for Argentina, man, like I need to see more from the supporting cast. Like I feel like for me, I need to see more from like Julian Alvarez. I know he scored in the last game. I know he's been good, but like I need to see if he can do it in this kind of game. Obviously, we need to see how Messi does. And obviously, I think Di Maria injured is going to be a huge blow. Is he out for this game, or is it like he's not 100% fit?
No, he wasn't fit for the game against Australia, and now he's recovering. It's in doubt. He'll play 100%. He'll play, but it's unsure if he'll start or he'll be on the bench.
Probably the bench, I would imagine, since he's recovering.
Yeah,
you know. And for Argentina, I think the formation is going to be interesting. Like, how are they going to set up this game? Because for me, I think for Argentina, they have to be clinical. We have seen with the Dutch, they've been super clinical. And even against the USA, which my team played, obviously, they were really clinical in that game. And you have to keep an eye upon certain players. Like, I want to see, Van Dijk. Van Dijk had a masterclass on Messi in the Champions League game. So, I'm sure Messi would want to, get some revenge, So
yeah, of course. I gotta say as well, our defense has been great. Like Otamendi and Romero have been fantastic. They haven't picked up a single yellow card this tournament, and we have barely conceded. So they've been great defending overall.
Yeah, what about Lisandro Martinez? Lisandro Martinez has been really good. Like I saw in the last game.
Lisandro was really good when he came on, and I feel like Scaloni really likes playing with this back three, so that's why I see the possibility that we actually start with a back three instead of starting with 4 on the back and then transitioning to a back three once Lisandro comes on. I feel like
I
we
think
could start with that formation.
I think you guys should do a back three for this game, especially with the quality that Dutch have. I know their forwards aren't really that great, but they still have some clinical players, like the likes of Gakpo, Depay. I know Gakpo wasn't really that effective against USA, but Gakpo might turn up in this game, and then De Jong as well. He didn't really do that much, and in the last game. So for Argentina, man, this is a tricky game. Like for those who are saying that, this is an easy game, because it's definitely not
No,
easy. I don't know what
it's
people
not
are
easy.
saying. And also, crazy stat: I don't think Louis van Gaal's lost a World Cup knockout game in 90 minutes.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. So, to kick us off here, Vass.
Yeah, man. Like, and you said it, because I think this game might go to extra time. Like, I'll give some like pros for the Netherlands, and I'll give some pros for Argentina. Like, yeah, this is the toughest team that Argentina's played. But on the flip side, this is the toughest team the Netherlands has played as well. Like we saw how much of a joke that Senegal was in that England game, and yeah, man. Like Netherlands had I think Netherlands and Argentina might have had the easiest group. I think so. Both of them haven't been tested. So we're gonna see how good the Netherlands is. Like there have been some question marks about their defense. Like the U.S. caused them some problems. For Argentina, I think I don't think the defense is as good as it was under Sabella. I think Sabella was probably the most pragmatic, balanced coach. If Sabella was coaching this team, I think they win this game. But I feel like Lisandro is kind of carrying this defense, man. At the moment, I feel like they could be got at. And even Netherlands, that back three formation. I mean, if you get in behind Blind and what's his face, Cafu, the Dutch Cafu, after the US game, that's his new name. Yeah. Dude, we made him look like Cafu, man. But I don't know, Argentina, I don't think they're gonna make him look like Cafu. So yeah, extra time for me. I'll say 1-1 extra time, and then on penalties, maybe Argentina wins, or maybe Argentina score a goal, because in the Copa America we saw how good Di Maria can be as an impact sub, because most of the games he was just an impact sub, and he made a good impact. So yeah, maybe I'll go maybe 2-1 Argentina after extra time. I'll go maybe Argentina on penalties for this.
Ooh, all right. Let's read some comments, man. Read some comments. All right. Netherlands 1, Argentina 2. That's my prediction. Okay, let me just read the parts there. I'll read specific parts. I'm not gonna read the entire thing.
Boo.
Anyways, so for Argentina to beat Netherlands, Messi needs to play to make the team connected. Okay, I don't really understand what you're saying there, but okay.
Messi has been amazing. What?
Alvaro Cardano says, I can see this game going to penalties or a narrow win for Argentina. I'm not convinced by the Netherlands, but at least Argentina have the Messi edge. I just wanted the team to click like the qualifiers.
Yes, he's right.
Both teams have a lot of question marks, I believe.
Yeah. W take fire analogy. Remember what, Low? It's a good analogy. Represent Argentina team well. Okay. Quarterfinal predictions: Croatia 1, Brazil 3, Netherlands 1. I think that's the Argentina. 2.
Yeah, they're both Netherlands. What?
And I'll read your predictions for the other games later. Actually, we'll just read it now. I'll probably forget. France 2-2. England wins the shootouts, and Portugal 2, Morocco 3. Interesting. And that was 1. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. He's a Man City fan for a reason, Low. All right. Anyways, some interesting comments. So last thing I'll say, then we'll move on to the next game. For Argentina, man, you guys have to be careful. This is a very I think this is a game where we could see an upset. So that's all I'll say. But will it happen? We'll have to wait and see. And I'm hoping Argentina wins, because I need to see Argentina and Brazil, man.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
We all. All right. And then the next game, which is the third kickoff? Let me see.
I would believe it's France-England, right?
Ooh, that's a game, man. That's a game.
Oh, it's actually Morocco-Portugal.
Oh, that goes. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, well, I guess that we have the best for last, right? All right, let me see if there's any good images of Morocco-Portugal.
Dude, I am hyped for this, man. I'm glad it's one of the earlier games.
Yeah, no good images. Crap. Actually, hold on, let me see. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Okay, well, I guess you guys will just. I guess we should just talk. I don't think we'll find anything. Actually, I found this one here. We'll just do this one. We'll put this image here. It's not the best image, but what you can do.
What day is
All
this
right.
on? Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, so who wants to start us off here for this game?
Dude, I'll start, man. I'll start, dude. Okay, so
All right.
So as somebody of partial Portuguese descent, I'm like so hyped for this game. I'm not gonna get carried away though, because okay, here's my thing, right? Like teams that typically win big, they don't like go crazy and win that big in the subsequent game. You know what I mean? Look at Spain,
Yeah.
for example. They won like 7-0, but then they had a tougher time against Germany, and they've had a tough time ever since. So like it's very rare in the World Cup to see like a team, you know, like have such a massive win and then like tear everything up like again like a few days later, like because there is that like a relapse stage, and I think like Morocco is going to be tougher than Switzerland. It's hard like for them not to be today. Like I mean, I think like because it worked so well for them against Croatia and against Spain, I think they're going to go back to parking the bus, terrorism, you know, Hitlerian football and whatnot. So it's going to be the onus is going to be on Portugal to break them down. So start the same lineup. You know, leave Ronaldo on the bench. I think he can be an impact sub, but I don't want to start this game with 10 men like we did in the group stages. You know, like it's better to leave like Lamppost on the bench. Yeah, man. Like I think the fairy tale ends now, dude. I think Morocco's going out. I think we're going to knock them out. Maybe it goes to extra time because like I'm not going to underestimate their defense. I'm not going to totally underestimate Ziyech either because, you know, he's pretty dangerous. So maybe, I mean, like, I think best case scenario for them is that it ends 1-1 and it goes to extra time. Yeah, going to be tougher than Swiss. But, like, I think if Portugal plays, like, even like half as good as they did today, we should, like, kill this, like, in the first half, like 2-1 or 3-1. So, yeah, I'll go with 2-1 for now, or maybe 2-0. But, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right, Rank. Tell us your thoughts, man.
Yeah, I feel like after that performance, Portugal are going to come in as the heavy favorites for this game.
Yeah.
Morocco obviously had an amazing defensive display, and I feel like they can still put up a great fight against Portugal. Buffal had an amazing game. He was all over the pitch against Spain, but he got subbed out early because I feel like he gets tired easily or something. I don't know, man. I'm trying to see how Morocco could, I don't know, hurt Portugal in a way. I'm having the same trouble I had with Croatia and Brazil, that, yes, I can see Morocco holding out Portugal, but I don't see how Morocco actually hurts Portugal back, you know? So it's very difficult for Morocco. Maybe their best chance is to push it back to extra time or even penalties again. If their defense is on point once again, Portugal for sure is going to have a bad time breaking them down, like Vaz said. But yeah, I feel like Portugal is probably going to be too much for them because their attack just looks so fluid today. Like they just have to replicate what they did today and they'll probably win, even if it's a closer margin.
Yeah, and the thing about Portugal is that you look at the attack depth they have compared to Spain. Their attack depth is insane. They can afford to have Ronaldo on the bench. They can afford to have Rafa Leao on the bench. Like, this is crazy stuff, man. Like, most national teams, those players would start for them. And the fact they have the squad that they don't even have to start them is ridiculous. You know, obviously, full props to Morocco for getting here. It's a incredible achievement. I don't think many people predicted it. It's just really difficult. It's just very difficult, as you said, for them to cause an upset. You know, because like I said, another thing is that they also play extra 30 minutes. They might come into this game more fatigued. Whereas Portugal, on the other hand, obviously they didn't have to play extra 30 minutes. So, you know, for Morocco, man, you know, there's always surprise, you know, and obviously they can be the first African nation to reach the semifinals. I believe the first time in history, which would be incredible. I just think it's very, very difficult. It's going to be a tall task. Let's just put it this way. And as you said, even with against Spain, like they defended very, very valiantly. And yes, I know Spain has good attack, but Portugal's attack's even better. Like I think it's gonna be more difficult for them to break them down. And yeah, so I mean we'll see though.
Yeah, I feel like Morocco are counting on a typical Portugal slump because we've seen Portugal flop at random moments throughout these last few years. So maybe Morocco are counting on that, but it's going to be really hard if Portugal are coming into the same form.
Yeah, and also here's another thing, right? With this one is that I think I forgot who's the name. I think it's Algared. Algared even came off injured, and if he's injured, that's gonna be a big blow because I don't think the replacement. I don't think it was obviously not as good. So yeah, yeah.
Dude, but in these kind of circumstances, man, it's like that's why it's so dangerous to have Ronaldo like as a super sub, man, instead of a starter. Like he doesn't have the legs to be a starter anymore, and he's gassed like early in the game. But let's say like you're running Morocco ragged, you need that goal. Like last minute, Ronaldo off the bench, boom. You know they're sitting deep, they're parking the bus. You put in crosses, bro. He'll score a header. You know, he's good that way. So I think we just have the right tools to break this team down, man. Like. I don't think they faced a team as good as us, honestly.
Yeah. All right. Let me read some comments, and then we're gonna go into the final game, and then we'll head off. All right. Let me read some comments. Infantino and how long does to advance? Oh my god.
Wait, what? Why?
Yeah. Let's not get into that stuff. Anyways, how can we clear? Whoever predicted Switzerland to qualify didn't expect Portugal to turn. I was completely wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, Vass is right. Even Germany couldn't pass.
Okay.
All right. Portugal should win. Well, Morocco should win. Morocco should win?
Morocco could win. That's different.
I don't think you say should. I think should's a bit of a stretch. You could.
Yeah.
I can agree with could, but should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. In my opinion. These after extra time predictions for Portugal not lighting up. I think they'll get it done in any minutes. What favors Portugal is their attack, and it's a question of can they replicate defensive performance. For the second World Cup in a row, there's 6 European teams in quarterfinals. Yeah. Wait, no, I think it's 5, right? Yeah, isn't it 5? Yeah, it's 5 because we have Morocco and Brazil.
But just don't gas me, bro. Don't gas me.
I mean, but they have like 13 teams. It's so unfair, actually.
Wait, what were we saying, Vass?
Yeah, don't gas me, bro. Don't gas me, Albert, man. Because, if we follow up a 6-1 with a 4-1, I mean, might as well make us favorites for this World Cup, man. I don't think we're gonna lose that if we're doing these kind of performances.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, man, Switzerland and Morocco, these aren't easy teams to break down, bro. Switzerland, people are downplaying it, but Switzerland, I have not seen them lose that bad.
Look how Brazil struggled against them.
Dude, Brazil only won 1-0. They beat France last year. The thing. Dude, Argentina, these guys, in 2014, I remember they got taken to extra time by Switzerland, man. This is not a bad team.
Yeah. Yeah, Poi says yes. All right. Today, I feel even to advance for the narrative. Narrative. Today, I feel Moroccan. Ronaldo needs to go in the second half for Morocco. What the heck? Okay. Anyways, the chat's been very interesting. Let's just put it this way. All right, now for the final game. The final game.
This is a huge one.
The one I'm actually most excited for, guys. This is a big one. This is a huge one. Let's see if there's any good images. There's got to be some good images for this game. Come on.
If I was a neutral, this would be the best game for me.
Yeah. This game, man. That's not even a good image, but I don't care.
Whatever. The game is so good, the image doesn't matter.
This, man. France, England. Oh, my God. Who wants to start?
You want to go, bro?
Sure. I mean...
All right.
I really want to see England put up a fight because I feel like for the last few years, we've seen England do well until they face a really good team, right? Whenever England face a really good team, they seem to shrink and have this inferiority complex. I want to see England go out like they are the better team, even if they aren't. I want to see England perform like they are the team that is supposed to win because they have the players to do it. They have the players to play this attacking-minded football that can cause problems to this France defense that, for the most part, has been kind of shaky, honestly. Even though they haven't conceded a lot of goals, the France defense haven't been that good, and Lloris had to make a lot of saves. So I want to see England go get France, but I have a feeling that they won't. I have a feeling that they will see the France shirt, that they will see those two starts, and they will get scared or something. They will see Mbappe running at them, and Harry Maguire will just, I don't know, do something stupid. Like this game, I want it to be good. I want England to be competitive, but I feel like France in that attack have way too much for them. I still see France as the favorites, but I don't know. I want to see England do something. At least put up a competitive fight. This is going to be a great game.
Yeah, well, let me say this one thing. I'll get to fast. There's always usually one shock in every stage of the World Cup. And could this be the one? Could this be the one? I'm just saying, man, because I know England, I know, let's be real, France are the heavy favorites. I think we can all agree with this. England still have a chance because as much as we criticize England's, their defense is solid. They don't concede many goals. Their defense has been very solid. And France, I don't think have kept a single clean sheet in this tournament. So I think it's very interesting. And I think for England, the way they win this game is they have to be good. They have to, they got to set up the perfect way. They have to set up the perfect way and not play any mistakes for them to win, in my opinion. And Gareth Southgate cannot mess anything up with the lineup. And for France, man, killing Mbappe, I think that's also been another talking point. Can England shut down Mbappe? Because if they can shut down Mbappe, I feel the rest of the French forwards aren't that crazy good. I'm just saying. So if they can shut him down, because Giroud, I know he's a good player, but I think you could stop him.
Yeah, because Giroud has been amazing, but mostly because he's been supplied by Mbappe as well.
Yeah. See, the key for England is they have to shut down Mbappe. That's going to be the big question mark, because I feel like if they can shut down Mbappe, the France attack is not as good as without him. So that's just my quick take there. Vass, how are you feeling about this game?
Well, I'm just gonna piggyback on what he said, man, because he said something very good, which is that like England in these like very tough situations, like, and sometimes against these teams you can't see them coming out. So like I was having a casual conversation with somebody today, and he posed a very good question to me, and he said like, when's the last time England have shown that they can come back after going a goal down? And that was like, it really like made me think, man, because I've seen England even lose after like scoring first, like against Italy and against Croatia. But in circumstances like this, like I've never seen them like come back after going a goal down, man. And like that was why that USA game was so tough for England, because they just couldn't get that opening goal early on. And then the US, like they just kept getting more and more confident. It became a much closer game. And by the end of the game, the US actually took more shots than England did. And I think, bro, if we were just like more clinical, like we could have won that game, bro. Like England, like they totally beat the teams that they should have beaten, like, and they beat them handsomely. Like, let's be honest, okay? They hammered Iran. Like I saw how bad Iran was playing against the U.S., so they hammered them absolutely. So that was a master stroke. They beat up like a Senegal team. I mean, without Mane and Idrissa, but still, that's a 3-0 is pretty impressive. So for them, like, I like Kane a lot based on what he's doing in this tournament. So, like, I fancy him. So if he can score first and England could score first, I think that's their best chance. But if France go down or if France score first, like, it's going to be a long night for this England team, man, because I just think they'll be lost. Because, Southgate, like, he tends to go more balanced, more conservative. If they go a goal down, like, against a team like this, and we all know how dangerous, like, they are in transition, like, it's going to be harder for them to keep Mbappe quiet. It's going to be harder for them to keep Dembele quiet. They're going to, like, be stretched, trying to equalize. Like, I think it'll just be a mess. So, I think the first goal is going to be huge in this game. So whoever gets the first goal, like, I think, like, well, they'll have a huge advantage, definitely. Especially in, like, tight games like this. Bro, like, it can come down to just, like, 1-0. Like, you've seen it so many times in World Cups. France versus Brazil, Germany versus Argentina, 2014, like, Spain versus the Netherlands, like, usually, like these 1-0s are pretty common in these kind of games of the World Cup. So, yeah, man, like, my prediction is, like, maybe, like, 1-0 either way. I think this is, like, a really close game. And if I was to pick a favorite, I would say France, man, because the thing is, like, in this game, like, this guy Southgate is not, like, a great tactician, man. Like, and even Deschamps, like, he's not really a great tactician, and he knows it. So it's really going to come down to, like, the individuals. And like it gun to my head, dude. Like I just think France have better individuals, man. Like okay, England have Kane, and he's really good. Saka can be in and out, in games like this. Like he's very young, he's very inexperienced. But like, just Dembele, Mbappe, even Giroud showing up. Like I think England might lock up Mbappe, but like the thing is, the danger with that is, man, it leaves space, man. It leaves defenders occupied, and like you don't know, man. I feel like Griezmann, like I just think Griezmann. I think Mbappe is not going to score. He might have an assist, but I have a feeling like Griezmann might do something in this game, man, because he's been going under the radar. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, like he's been like their best playmaker, honestly. Like in the absence of Pogba, much like in the absence of Benzema, like Griezmann's really popped off as a playmaker. And Dembele, like I think like Dembele versus Shaw, like everybody's talking about Kyle Walker versus Mbappe because like it's elite versus elite. It can go either way if Walker's fit. But France can get something going in that Dembele versus Shaw battle, man. And that cross into Giroud's head, like that's a dangerous move, actually. Like, can Maguire mark him? Can Stones mark him? Like, I don't know how much I trust him, man. So, like, I'm going for a 1-0 to France.
All right, fair enough, man. This game, man, it should be interesting because, like I said, man, like I said earlier, I know France are the favorites. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying is that there could always be a shock. Like, there's always a shock in one of the World Cup games, and this is the World Cup we're talking about. So, and for France, man, there's also the Champions curse that I know the curse is not really relevant now because they already got out the groups, but I still think they're still feeling pressure. Like I feel like there's more pressure on France than England. Do you guys agree?
I don't know. Maybe like the media is putting a bit of pressure on England now that they are doing well. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out.
Bro, you know what? Well, right after that Senegal game, they said England was better than Brazil. So,
yeah.
Man, that is ludicrous, man. Ludicrous. But yeah, I mean, it should be interesting, man. It should be interesting. Obviously, in the coming days, I'll make my previews. I think tomorrow. I don't think I'll make a preview today because I'm busy today. But tomorrow, I'll definitely drop my the 2 previews tomorrow, and then Thursday, I'll do my previews. So, it should be interesting. I still haven't made my mind on the predictions yet, so it should be interesting. So, remember, guys, tomorrow, guys, we'll be doing our Q&A stream. It's an early stream. It's gonna be at I think 12:30 p.m. I'm going to schedule it. So it'll be a laid back stream. We'll discuss everything, football related and so forth. So thank you, Vass, and thank you, Rank, for coming on. Let me go ahead and read some final comments before we head out. All right. Let's read some comments. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, I've seen this. A W image. France for the win. Easy W for England. We're actually going to bounce on Mbappe. versus Salted Snails. England about to win. I'll recognize Mbappe hat-trick loading. Oh my god! If Mbappe scores a hat-trick, English fans still don't rate him because he hasn't done the EPL. What better way would it be? If Mbappe scores a hat-trick versus England, I better not see any English fans say that Mbappe sucks. If I see any of them, they're stupid. I mean, it's still stupid to say that right now, in my opinion, but this would be a good way to shut those haters up. Ask any United fan like myself. Rashford's record against Mbappe is very good. Okay.
True.
I guess you could say that.
They're 2-2, man, because like PSG always beat United at Old Trafford. Even though United won in Park. So.
Yeah. It's even now. Now I guess this will be the decisive match.
Yeah. Who's better, Rashford or Mbappe?
Yes. As a Scot, I want France.
Oh.
Maguire better take one for the team and headbutt Mbappe so hard. France will beat England 100%. I think 100% is a bit. I don't know about 100%. All right, low boy. I remember the last time Mbappe played against Rashford, he used too much right stick on the final third and fumbled a chance. Yes. Bellingham will need a masterclass. Oh, I just realized we haven't talked about this. The midfield battle. That could be interesting.
You know what? I actually rate England's midfield more than France's right now. Even though France has been amazing.
I will say this. I think France's midfield, when fully fit, is better. But right now, with this current midfield, I think England might just be better.
Yeah.
Mbappe can go to Spain. I'm going to scratch my head low. Giroud. If England lose, do you think it's it for Southgate?
Losing to France is not the worst,
Let's put it this way. Assuming they did lose by normal circumstances, not a thrashing, then no. But if it's a humiliation, then maybe. I would say maybe. Yep. Maybe Rooney can get the English off ground.
Oh no. No.
France is just too much for England. Rafinha will have a good game. Rashfinha?
Rashfinha, like Rashford, but Rafinha.
Okay. Well, I'm out by. And Maguire's a good game element. He's worth the price tag. By Pookie. Kratos says, hey, dang, I came late. Yeah, sorry, man. You can always watch the timestamps. I'll put timestamps description below so you can skip around. Sorry, I can't do too long of a stream because I got a project to submit tonight. So, yeah, Albert, you're not your EPL is overrated. I'll still say I don't rate Mbappe. Rashford will kick Lori. Sorry, he'll go and fly to London. Rashford will score a hattie with this burn. Okay. Currently, England's midfield is better. Maghreb. That 100 years war continues between England and France. Even though they were definitely losing this time. All right. Actually, I did a poll out here to see what you guys say. So we had 53% said they're most excited for England versus France. 24% Morocco versus Portugal, and 24% says Netherlands versus Argentina, and 0% say Brazil versus Croatia. We got 17 votes.
Nobody trusts Croatia.
Yeah, I agree. I think France-England is the best quarterfinal game. I think that's the one I'm most excited for.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be an interesting game, and so forth. So, easy Rashford golden boot. Rashford will have more goals than Ronaldo. With this, you know what? All right. All right. We'll see. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys did enjoy this stream. Like I said, it's been a good stream. I know I wanted to do longer for today, but unfortunately I can't. School gets in the way. I gotta do some work, so it is what it is. Remember tomorrow, we will be live here once again for the YouTube Q&A. So make sure you guys turn notifications on. Like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new on here. Comment up with your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'll read one last comment. Okay, this is the last comment, then I'm out. You get it because England and France fought in the 100 Years' War.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, the historical reference, indeed. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out, guys. Peace out.
Peace out.
Argentina lives. Peace out.